What's up, y'all? It's your fave nail tech cousin, and I'm back with another video. Whether you are new or returning, thank you so much for doing so. You are greatly appreciated. As you can tell with the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do 4 different types of French tips on stiletto nails. With that being said, let's lock in. First things first, let's go over what we'll need. Starting off with base coat. I know some of y'all prefer matte. Your preferred gel polish. I'm using black and white, and a dotting tool. We'll get into why we'll need that later. Starting off with the classic French tip, I'm starting a bit higher up on the nail, drawing a line on both sides of the nail that lead to the middle. It should look like a V at first, but do not worry, we're not done yet. Relax and let's lock in. I'm starting from the left side, swooping towards the middle. Same thing goes for the other side. I'm making those 2 lines touch in the middle to create the smile line. If you're not completely satisfied with the French, you can always use the tip of your liner brush to correct any areas that need it. Once you have the smile line done and it's to your liking, go ahead and fill in those gaps at the bottom and on the sides of the nail. Moving on to the VCUT French. To me, that is the most simplest French, but it can get real complicated because your lines have to be crisp and resemble a V. Just like the deep French, we're going to draw lines on both sides of the nail, but when you're doing the VCUT French, use those 2 lines as an outline and just make them thicker. Don't forget to make them straight. If you have to hold your breath, do what you have to do. I'm actually joking. Please don't hold your breath. You will not be able to complete the French if you faint, cousin. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If your hands are shaky and you need to take a break, take a breather, relax, and repeat after me. I got this. This is easy for me. And lock back in. Next is the straight French tip. The only challenging thing for this one is getting the initial line across the middle straight. A tip that I've learned and I'm so happy to share with y'all is when you're doing the straight line across, hold your brush steady and move the finger from side to side instead of making your brush do all of the work. Once you get that line straight, you can either line the sides like I did here, or you can jump straight into filling in the French with your liner brush or the brush from the polish bottle. I'm going to be using the polish bottle brush to save some time, and I'm using my liner to go over any areas that are sheer or could use a little more gel. Moving on to the deep French, it is the exact same technique as the classic French, except the smile line will be slightly closer to the cuticle area. Create those lines on the sides, making sure that you're covering your sides. And let's talk about how a lot of y'all do not cover your sides. I don't want to hear it's for a cleaner look. To me, that gives you want to take the easy route and be done, and we don't do that over here. That is not to beat you down, cousin. I respect y'all, I care about y'all, and I know that your work can be or already is fire. So let's go that extra mile and do what we need to do, which is covering those sides. For the smile line, same as the classic French as well, when you're swooping towards the middle, just make it a bit higher so that when it is connected, it's closer to the cuticle area. Fill in any gaps, correct the smile line if needed, and you're done. Now, this is an extra segment. I did include this cow print design. It's such an easy way to add some fun on top of your French tips. Before we get started, I did want to say to make sure that all of your French tips are cured fully for the minimum of 1 minute. I forgot to mention that right after we got done with every French. Make sure that you are curing anything gel related. Cure everything that is gel related. I get comments on if gel should be cured before moving on to another layer. The answer is yes. You cannot layer gel polish or anything that is gel related without curing each layer in between. Also, this is the most important part. We do not want to expose ourselves more than we already are to chemicals and products. Gel polish is composed of chemicals, and that product needs to be cured for a minimum of 1 minute. I'm gonna keep saying that. For a minimum of 1 minute. Cure it, cure it, cure it, okay? I would even go as far as 2 minutes to ensure that everything is cured properly. We just want to be careful and as safe as possible when dealing with chemicals and products. Double backing to layers. When you're applying any type of gel, make sure that it is thin as possible. You do not need a huge glob on your brush. Fully load it before starting, but be mindful on removing what is not needed before starting any designs. We're going to move on to the fun part, aka the cow print. Take your dotting tool, swirl it around in some gel to get a decent amount on there, and we're going to create these odd shapes. They do not need to be uniform or perfect in any shape or form. If you don't have dotting tools, you can use your liner brush, but remember to be mindful on how much gel you're picking up and how thin it needs to be applied in order to fully cure. I like to go in with these dots all throughout the nail. After putting the odd shapes down, to me, it just ties the whole design together. Once you're done with this spotted cow look, fully cure for a minimum of 1 minute. Do it twice if you need to. Apply some top coat, fully cure that, and we're done. I'm going to conclude this video here. If this video helped you, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below what nail tutorial or content that you would like to see next. While you're at it, follow Breezy Acrylixx on all platforms. I am on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram posting daily. So make sure that you're locked in, cousin. As always, any product/tools used can be found in my Amazon storefront. You can find that under my link tree, which can be found in the description of this video. I've either used or currently use every single item that is listed, by the way. So if you'd like to try any of them or make the switch, run to the description and it'll be there waiting for you. If you haven't already, make sure that you're subscribed and hit that bell so you'll never miss any time that I post. And as always, I will see you in the next video.